Naturally, the Bayern Arena in Leverkusen sold out for the visit of the league leaders, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, of course, the measure of all things these days. Mario Gomez starting for only the 5th time this season. 4 stars given a rest by coach Jupp Heynckes. The visitors in the white strip. 11 minutes played. The ball spread wide to Alaba, and a rather brave clearing header from Daniel Schwab. The ball can easily end up in the back of the net in a situation like that. Sami Hyypiä and Sasha Lewandowski, the coaching duo in Leverkusen. It's been rumoured they're not getting on too well these days. 25 minutes played. Bayern very much in the ascendancy. Leverkusen playing rather with the handbrake on. Arjen Robben into the middle. Leverkusen putting Manuel Neuer under very, very little pressure. It wasn't the same at the other end, and Schweinsteiger trying to flick the ball in just misses it by centimetres. That would have given Bayern a well-deserved lead. Jupp Heynckes, of course, who was coach with Leverkusen before going to Bayern, happy with what his side were producing in the first half. 29 minutes gone, and Castro clearing off the line. The header from Boateng, and that too would have produced a Bayern goal. Arjen Robben booed every time he was on the ball by the Leverkusen fans, but the Dutchman still one of the league's best performers. That shot, though, clearing the crossbar by a good 2 or 3 metres to the delight of the home crowd. Bender. Kiesling going down. He was in the wars a lot against Bayern, and that was the best effort in the first half. It came in from Sebastian Böhnisch. And the first time Neuer had to make a save. Bayern always threatening. Top of the table with a 20-point lead over Dortmund. 1 hand and 4 fingers on the championship trophy already. And when Gomez rounded off a superb run by putting the ball in the back of the net, it looked like the writing was on the wall for Leverkusen. Bayern unbeaten away from home. A tremendous record, 11 wins, 1 draw. But how about this goal from Mario Gomez? Gomez never complaining that he spent most of the season on the bench, a true sportsman. And this goal more than deserved. At half-time, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge and Uli Hoeneß, the men who have the power in Munich, looking a little concerned. And they had every reason to be, because Leverkusen came back at the league leaders. It was a much more aggressive performance by the home side in the second half. Lewandowski and Hyypiä at least talking to each other in that shot. 70 minutes played. Great run by Robben, and a fine block by Daniel Schwab. Bayern successful in midweek. They lost to Arsenal, but they still reached the last 8 of the Champions League. 2 minutes later, the ball headed back by Rolfers from the clearance by Neuer. Shot by Kiesling. Kiesling anxious to score against Bayern. Kiesling, the man who scored more goals than anyone else in the calendar year 2012, but he was having no luck against the league leaders. Then Rolfers fired in the equaliser from a corner. It was flicked on by Sebastian Böhnisch, wearing 17. No Bayern defender on the far post. No problem at all for the Leverkusen captain. Bayern stunned, but they kept coming forward. Bayern obviously wanted to clinch the winner against the only side to beat them this season. It was 2-1 in Munich for Leverkusen. Mayhem in the penalty area, but Pizarro, brought on a substitute, couldn't force the ball home. A lucky let-off for Leverkusen. And then, with 87 minutes played, Schweinsteiger's free kick is flicked on slightly by Van Buiten, but it comes off the back of Philipp Wolscheid, central defender for Leverkusen. And there's nothing at all that Bernd Leno can do about it. Bayern Munich back in the lead. But Leverkusen, even though the game was now in time added on, kept coming forward. Bender's long ball, headed out by Van Buiten. Castro, Van Buiten once again. And that was the end of the action. Jupp Heynckes' men triumphing in Leverkusen and indeed exacting full revenge for Bayern's only defeat of the season. It ended Leverkusen 1, Bayern Munich 2.